What is up, guys? Ed here, back with another video. And in this video I'll be showing you guys how I color in Medibang paint. And sorry if I'm speaking too low and it sounds weird. It's really early in the morning at the time of recording this, and I don't want to wake up other people. So let's get started. Right here you are looking at Visor Knight, Mr. Danger, a new a part of he's a superhero type assist. He's a part of the Visor Knight archetype, which is based off of Common Rider, which I love a lot. Anyways, let's get into it. So you see here, let me hide that. We have the lion art for Mr. Danger, and then over here in the layer underneath him we have the coloring. My coloring, I've noticed that some people say not to do this and some people say do it this way. When it comes to coloring, just do things that you feel comfortable and that helps you, that works for you. I actually learned a lot of different things with blending, kind of. A lot of people that I've seen say don't use airbrush or blur tool, but I see that some people actually use that. Some people use watercolor to blend, but that's what I do. I use an airbrush to color. They actually used to take me a very long time because I would use a whole bunch of layers underneath my line layer, and excuse me, underneath my line layer, and I would just like have a different color for, not even a different color, I would have a different layer for each different part that I would color. So if I was coloring his helmet, right, you see his helmet, if I were to color this part here, then it would be one layer and then another layer for like this part here, and it would take forever. So I actually figured out how to do, I don't know, I call it the magic wand tool, but it's basically like you highlight an area and you just sort of go over it with another, like, you see where I'm pressing, this is the wand tool, you pick an area and then you go next to it and you go over, you see how there's little like white areas, you want to make sure that's covered. Let me switch to a different brush. There we go. So you want to make sure these are covered, and I'm actually not, because it's gonna take forever to honestly like get done with making sure that every little white area is covered. So I'm just going to do that later and get straight to the coloring, and then I'll go back and I'll finish the art, the drawing. But right now I'm just going to show you how I do things. So let's say I'm going to make his jacket like a sort of black but not too black. When it comes to coloring something that's supposed to be black or dark, I like to add it, I like to make it like, let's see, like you see that right here, I like to make it where it's like it's close to black but it's not, it's still like kind of gray. And so you can see, like, for example, let's see here, let me grab my airbrush. You see, you can still see the black line, the line art with it, but it will still be dark enough. So like if you look at his mask, I sort of did that there with the little this area right here. Let's go back. So basically what I do, my little lazy ass colors the whole thing with one color, the base color, and then I go over the area with a lighter color with what I want to, with a lighter color, like that, something with the airbrush, to make it kind of like blend, make it shine or something like that. And I'm rushing this, actually, I don't know why. You should always take time with your art. Trust me, it will come out great if you take time with your art. So let's Let me just and let me use the eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool is your best friend. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I see people that make giant circles and then just, I don't know, they just do that and then they look for the color. It's like, no, use eyedropper tool. The giant circle thing gets in my way, so I just like, and I just, you know, eyedropper tool. Because like the colors are right there, so let me make this smaller. There we go. That looks okay for now. Not trying to do too much. Alright, so you see him doing his jacket and stuff. Maybe have darker areas. Oh my god, no. Wait. Wrong color. Alright. So, something like that, maybe. Kind of like that. This is really half-assed, but you get the idea. When you're actually shading, what I usually do, because I don't really like this type of shading. Let me erase all of this. Alright. So let's say I'm gonna color something blue, right? I really don't even like using this blue, to be honest. Let's say I'm using something that is blue. Instead of actually picking blue, like a darker blue like that, I usually go a color over to shade it. So this would be sort of like that. I don't know, to me it makes the color pop more. I hate seeing like shading that's let's say, let's do this. Let me recolor everything. I hate seeing shading that's like that, where you pick away like a darker color. Like in some cases it'll look good depending on how dark the color is, but if you're using a bright color like this, to me it looks flat. There is a sex joke in that. I am not going for it. Anyways, I don't know, to me it looks flat and I really don't like it. I usually go for a darker color. Not darker color, Jesus. Well, yeah, a darker color, but not, you know, of the same color, just a different color in general. So, actually, this is purple. I would rather use this to, like, well, I don't know. The more higher you go up the color spectrum, yeah. So if you were going red, if you're going to color this red, I would use pink or purple to actually shade it. I actually use pink to a sort of shaded pink, like let's say the great Samurai Uno-sama, if I were to redraw him and stuff like that, I would actually use the color pink to color, like shade his skin, you know, yeah. So something like that, and it's kind of like soothing to look at, well, for me anyways. It blends in with the red very nicely. The colors do not clash. It looks very nice, and you can really see that. Let me erase this. Deselect. You can really see that here. I actually used 3 different colors for the purple-ish area of the mask. 3 different colors for the golden area. I used the golden color with a brighter yellow that's kind of close to green, and I used white because it is the light is reflecting off of it. It is a very shiny material, as his visor. Same thing with the little black areas. I used a really dark gray with a more brighter gray and a white for the reflection of light. For his eyes, I actually just used two colors. Well, no, I used three. I used a pink, a darker pink close to a purple, magenta, I think it's what that's called. I really don't know my color names, to be honest. And I used the white for the reflection of the eyes. Um, when you're when you're doing like glass, like his where his eyes are. Um, so how do we do this? Give me one sec. I don't know. We'll do this right here. When you're doing glass, okay, so I'm gonna show you this. You're gonna start with your base color. Then you're gonna want to start out with like, you would change it to your darker color, or and wherever like right here, you see it's gonna be covered here, so you're gonna want to shade that. Let me actually lower the width of my blade, my brush, so like that, and then we'll go to the white, and you're gonna want to do that. Like you're gonna want to do wherever the light is coming from, you're gonna have like more, like that, and then you're gonna have the glass, the reflection of the glass and stuff like that. So that's how I do it. So let me just make that look more pretty. So that's sort of how I actually make the glass look. Yeah. But mostly, like, you're gonna the wand tool, I'm gonna tell you right now, is your best friend. Like, you should always use that if you're going to color, because it will actually make things a lot easier. Like, you don't like I hate it when I used to color, and the colors would get mixed in with the other colors, and then I would screw up and I have to start out over again, or I would have to make so many layers, and I would forget what layer is for what, and I'd color in the wrong layer and stuff like that. And so, yeah, the magic wand tool is like your best friend, dude. The airbrush, the airbrush is my preference. You can find your own way, if it's easier for you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not holding a gun to your head like ISIS. Just, you do you. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Oh, it's backing up. Thanks for watching and have a great day.